is Blake Kendrick. I'm the former revenue operations director at Full Funnel, and I worked there for 5 years. I had been starting out in New Hampshire, working at a smaller email marketing firm. It was a good place to start. It was a small team, and we did a lot of innovation to try and leverage automation. And this was back in 2015 or so. So we didn't have a lot of sophisticated automation tools that we have today. And I had really been cutting my teeth on Salesforce and Pardot, and really understanding data structure, and working as a content marketer. And frankly, I just kind of outgrew the role. So I started to look at careers available in Boston, and Full Funnel stuck out to me as a good starting point. Hungry company, growing, and my initial meetings with Steve Baroni and Matt went well. So I found myself in Boston. Today, I am the director of revenue operations at my current company, which is called People Grove. And I really owe that entire journey to Full Funnel. I started out at Full Funnel as a content marketer. We had marketing strategists at the time, but really that's a lot of the focus at the time was doing a lot of writing, a lot of content development, and blog posts, emails, that sort of thing for some smaller clients at the time. Having that start definitely got me to where I am today, where I can go into pretty much any environment, or whether it's really early stage growth, whether it's a older company that is looking to kind of change things and kind of kickstart their growth, or something in between, Series A, B, companies that are in the middle of fundraising, and really pull apart and say, okay, here's where you're starting out on the right foot. Here's where you're starting out on the wrong foot. Let's set some policies in place. Let's be thoughtful about how our data is, and let's measure everything along the way. All of that education came from Full Funnel more so than school or something like that. So Full Funnel was just it was an open space for growth for me. I think Matt and Steve were both really hungry. They wanted to develop something new. They wanted to develop something that was part of, felt communal and felt owned by the employees there too. And so I fortunately was allowed to work on a lot of projects that sort of exercised that vision. So one of the things that I had a big impact on, and I know Full Funnel's journey today, you guys do RevOps as a service. I really helped to launch that business line. So created the structure for it, created some of the initial iterations of the products. I don't know necessarily that they're the same as what's sold today, but at least the framework of, taking on those first clients and actually even selling engagements to them, structuring the processes for them, keeping track of how we would kind of manage billable hours and things like that for those projects, and developing the product for what we're actually rolling out in terms of measuring funnel structures and stages and things like that from a operations standpoint. And then on the other side of that, the training of how to actually get those teams to use those things. I was involved in sort of the early iterations of all that stuff. So it's really rewarding for me as a happy alumni to kind of look back and see that, I definitely made a sizable, footprint at the company. And as much as it helped me develop and, launching a business line, there's a wealth of experience to be gained from that in other areas too. Like that was rewarding for me. I'm glad that I was able to kind of pay that back to Full Funnel too. It was great. I still have the windbreaker. I'm not wearing it today, but I have my LL Bean jacket with the logo embossed in there, and fond memories, but definitely like pride and accomplishment. I think is something that I got out of there, and I would definitely recommend it to work with, or at least learn from someone who has worked there, um, and see some of that pride for yourself.